Okay, so I'm not usually one to try and Rizz. The term itself makes me slightly uncomfortable. But there I was, standing in line for a sold-out Arctic Monkeys concert at Red Rocks Amphitheatre, a place that demands respect and good vibes, and feeling an almost primal urge to talk to someone. The line was moving excruciatingly slow, baking hot sun beating down, and everyone looked either intensely focused on their phones or radiating do not disturb energy. I'd been saving for months for this concert. It felt like a huge deal. And my best friend, Liam, had bailed last minute due to an unexpected family commitment. So, there was this girl ahead of me in line. Late teens, maybe early 20s, long dark hair pulled back into a messy bun, Doc Martens, band tee, The Strokes, nice. She was scrolling through TikTok, occasionally chuckling to herself. A completely normal person. But I felt compelled. Like the universe was subtly pushing me towards some kind of social interaction that would likely end in awkward silence or outright rejection. The internal debate raged, engage or don't engage? Engage or don't engage? Then, like a terrible idea possessed by my brain, I remembered this pickup line I'd seen somewhere online. It was ridiculous. It was cheesy. But it was there, floating in the digital ether of my memory. I know. Using internet lines is the cardinal sin of Rizz. But desperation does strange things to a person. Taking a deep breath, and genuinely praying for courage, humility, and a calm spirit through Jesus, I turned to her. "Are you a parking ticket?" I blurted out, the words feeling incredibly foreign coming from my own mouth. She stopped scrolling. Her eyebrows shot up so high they nearly disappeared into her hairline. A slow, almost imperceptible blink followed. The silence stretched on forever. Or at least, it felt like forever under the relentless Colorado sun. Then she let out this small, hesitant giggle. A tiny spark of hope flickered within me. Maybe it wasn't a complete disaster? "Because you've got fine written all over you," I finished lamely, cringing internally as soon as the words left my lips. The giggle stopped. Her expression shifted to one of polite confusion. She tilted her head slightly and said, "Okay, that was something." I wanted to disappear into the earth. My face felt like it was radiating heat. I mumbled a quick, "Sorry," and immediately averted my gaze back to the people in front of me. The worst part? She pulled out her phone again, but this time she wasn't scrolling TikTok. She was taking a screenshot of our conversation. And then she posted it on Reddit. I only realized what happened when I saw Liam texting me later that evening, "Dude, you are trending." Turns out, my spectacularly awful attempt at Rizz had gone viral. The screenshot was accompanied by the caption, "Guy in concert line just hit on me with a terrible internet pickup line." The comments were brutal. Hilarious, but brutal. People were roasting me relentlessly. Some offered constructive criticism, which I didn't really need. Others simply called it the worst Rizz they'd ever witnessed. A few even created memes featuring my disastrous interaction. I felt mortified. Truly and utterly humiliated. For a while, I considered deleting all my social media accounts and moving to a remote cabin in Alaska. But then something unexpected happened. Amidst the sea of mocking comments, there were also some genuinely supportive ones. People who thought it was funny because it was so awkward and earnest. Some even praised my bravery for attempting anything at all. And then, I saw a comment from the girl herself. It simply said, "He seemed really nervous, actually kind of sweet." Followed by a laughing emoji. A wave of relief washed over me. She wasn't angry. She didn't think I was creepy or weird. She just thought it was funny. The next day, as I was heading into the concert, Liam had miraculously managed to find another friend to go with him. She approached me. "Hey," she said, a genuine smile on her face. "I didn't think you'd actually show up." "Yeah, well. I wasn't going to miss Arctic Monkeys after all this," I replied, attempting a nonchalant shrug. She laughed again. "So, about that parking ticket thing. Let's just forget it ever happened," I said quickly. "Deal," she responded. "But you owe me an explanation." We ended up talking for the rest of the wait. Turns out, she was a music student and loved the Strokes as much as I did. We talked about bands, concerts, life in general, completely normal stuff. The concert was incredible, but honestly, talking to her beforehand was even better. It turns out that sometimes, the most embarrassing moments can lead to something surprisingly nice. My attempt at Rizz might have been a colossal failure online, but it led to a genuine connection in person. And while I'll probably stick to admiring people from afar in the future, I learned that vulnerability, even when executed poorly, isn't always a bad thing. It can sometimes open doors you never expected. The whole experience taught me a valuable lesson: authenticity is always better than borrowed lines. And maybe, just maybe, being genuinely yourself is the best Rizz of all.